Dear Fulbrighters and friends of Fulbright, welcome to this fourth Thank Fulbright Thanksgiving. Over the past years, it has become a tradition in its own right. Last year, we celebrated with so many of you here in Vienna. There were so many smiling faces when we had the traditional carving of the turkey. This community feeling reminded me of my very first Thanksgiving in Michigan, where my family and I were introduced to the spirit of Thanksgiving. It was a very special moment for me, which I still cherish today. This year, in the middle of a global COVID-19 pandemic, it is again a very special Thanksgiving. Under normal conditions, we would celebrate in person with you. However, in light of this new normality, we want to honor the need for safety and physical distancing. We are very thankful that you are joining us online here today to celebrate with us virtually. In times like these, full of challenges and uncertainty, we rely on the friendships we have made. Thanksgiving gives us the opportunity to say thank you to all the wonderful people within the Fulbright Austria community. For 70 years, this flagship academic exchange program provides opportunities for bright minds from Austria and America to create knowledge and cultivate friendships. Thereby, we bring both countries a bit closer together. I want to thank the government of the United States of America and the government of Austria for funding the program, and all our partners and alums for their valued contributions. Thanksgiving is a wonderful opportunity for friends and families like us to come together to celebrate what we are grateful for. It is the time where we pause and count the blessings we received this year. It's also an opportunity to share the gifts we received with others. What was the gift you received during your Fulbright journey? What are you grateful for? Share your story with us on social media or via post. Also think about which other Fulbrighters you met since you started your journey. Ask them to share their experience with us. Your stories can be the inspiration for the next Fulbrighters to begin their journey. In this spirit and on this Giving Tuesday, I want to say thank you, donors. Thank you all for supporting the next generation of Fulbrighters with your stories and your donations. You thereby give them the chance for the same transformative experience you had in the past. Thank you, Fulbrighters. It is my most profound honor to introduce the honorary co-chairs of the Fulbright Austria Board, Ambassador Trainer and Minister Fassmann, who have prepared a special message for you.
Hello, as co-chair of the Fulbright Austria and as the United States Ambassador to the Republic of Austria, I want to salute and celebrate the more than 6,000 Austrian and American students and educators who have participated in this most fantastic of programs. I also want to thank the donors who helped to make this incredible program possible. At the time of Thanksgiving, we are thanking you. And it's a bit of a cliche in the US that one of the reasons we love Thanksgiving so much is it's a chance to sit and be with people you care about and eat well without having to purchase a gift. But this wasn't maybe for you a free lunch because of your donation, but we are every bit as thankful for it. And now I'd like to have a short message from my co-chair, Minister Fassmann.
Es ist mir eine große Freude, heute mit Ihnen allen dieses Fest zu begehen, auch wenn es, wie so viele Veranstaltungen dieses Jahr, nur virtuell stattfinden kann. Thanksgiving hat für mich eine ganz besondere Bedeutung. Es erinnert mich daran, dass nicht alles selbstverständlich ist, sondern oft auch hart erarbeitet werden muss. Umso schöner ist es dann, wenn man mit Freunden und Familien das Erreichte feiern und geteilen kann. Und genau das schätze ich so sehr an der Fulbright-Familie, die gerne gibt und dazu beiträgt, vielen jungen Menschen zu helfen, ihren Traum zu verwirklichen und einen Teil ihres akademischen Lebens in einer anderen Kultur, einem anderen Land verbringen kann. Mehr als 3.500 Österreicherinnen und Österreicher zählen mittlerweile zu dieser Gruppe an Stipendiaten und Stipendiatinnen. Ich bin stolz darauf, dass ich in meiner Rolle als Bundesminister und ehemaliger Fulbrighter auch meinen Teil dazu beitragen kann. Österreich unterstützt mit seinem Regierungsbeitrag nicht nur das Fulbright-Programm im Allgemeinen, sondern auch spezifisch einzelne Programmschienen, wie zum Beispiel die Studienstipendien für Postgraduates oder das Fremdsprachassistenzprogramm. Anlässlich der Thanksgiving-Feierlichkeiten freut es mich besonders, heute ankündigen zu können, dass das Bundesministerium für Bildung, Wissenschaft und Forschung, wie schon 2017, der Fulbright-Kommission wieder einen Betrag in Höhe von 150.000 € als Verdopplung von den Österreich eingeworbenen Drittmitteln zur Verfügung stellen wird. Gerade in schwierigen Zeiten ist es wichtig, zusammenzustehen, Solidarität und Verbundenheit zu zeigen. Ich bedanke mich bei allen, die durch ihre großzügigen Spenden in die Zukunft der nächsten Generation von Studierenden, Forschenden, Wissenschaftlerinnen und Wissenschaftler investieren und dafür Sorge tragen, dass ein so erfolgreiches und herausragendes Austauschprogramm wie Fulbright weiterhin Bestand haben kann. Abschließend übergebe ich das Wort an Dr. Agis. Danke und ein fröhliches Thanksgiving.
Thank you, Minister Fassmann and Ambassador Traynor, for your kind words. Next on the program, I now would like to hand things over to the members of the Fulbright Austria Board, who send their best regards on this special occasion.
Dear Fulbright community, it's a great honor for me to address you tonight as Chair of the Board of the Austrian American Educational Commission. Together with the US government and many highly dedicated institutional partners in Austria and the US, third-party funds and donations, the Austrian Ministry of Education, Science and Research contributes substantially to Fulbright Austria. Fulbright students and scholars have a very special role as ambassadors, both for our bilateral relations and for mutual understanding. I hope that your Fulbright experience was or is academically, professionally and personally as rewarding as my own was many years ago. And I would like to encourage you to remain an active part of the Fulbright family and help provide opportunities for others as well. My sincere thanks go tonight to the dedicated staff of Fulbright Austria for their outstanding and in these challenging times even more demanding work, all our institutional partners for the excellent cooperation and the flexibility and understanding for the special circumstances we are facing this year, and to my colleagues on the board. Together we have made Fulbright Austria a success, and with the support of all of you, we will continue to do so. Let me end by wishing all of you an enjoyable Thanksgiving. Thank Fulbright. Stay safe and stay healthy.
Happy Thanksgiving. I'm Tedda Moes. I'm the Counselor for Public Affairs at the U.S. Embassy in Vienna, Austria. I have spent many Thanksgivings in my home in upstate New York, as well as when I've served abroad in South Korea, in China, Germany, Guinea in West Africa, and now here in Vienna. Of course, this year is a special and we are only able to celebrate together virtually. But all the more reason to say a huge, huge thank you to all the Fulbrighters, to all the wonderful supporters. What you do makes a huge difference. The Fulbright is a wonderful program, and I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for all of your support. Thank you.
Full of Thanks is the motto of Fulbright Austria for Thanksgiving 2020. Very often, giving thanks implies one counts one's blessings, but I would like to use another phrase. I would like to use the phrase thankful for small mercies. Now, very often this phrase is used in negative and bad situations to point to the fact that that situation could be worse. I would like to be thankful for small mercies in a new sense. I would like to count these blessings, regardless of how small, in order to accept the here and now and the obstacles and challenges we face. Being thankful for small mercies also means that we can take on the task for the future with hope and with dedication. And I'm thankful not only for the present moment that allows this, but also for the future that we can create.
After finishing my studies at the Yale School of Music, I felt I still needed time and new creative input to grow as a concert artist. My Fulbright year paved the way for my future. I am a very proud member of the Fulbright Commission in Austria and cannot stress enough how important such exchanges are for future peace and mutual understanding. I wish you all a wonderful Thanksgiving and thank all Fulbrighters, former Fulbrighters, and donors for their contributions to keep the Fulbright spirit alive.
Many thanks for these warm words. In 1951, the first generation of Fulbrighters went on their journey to the United States of America, which changed their life. Since then, more than 6,000 Fulbrighters from both sides of the Atlantic have followed in their footsteps. Next on the program, we have a collection of stories from Fulbright alums who want to share the blessings of the program and their personal experience with you. Named after US Senator James William Fulbright, Fulbright Austria facilitates academic exchange between Austria and the United States of America for students, teaching assistants, researchers, specialists, and artists. Thereby, we promote mutual understanding between both countries and bring Austrians and Americans a bit closer together. Together with the Audiovisual Archive, Fulbright Austria has started a project to document the Fulbright stories of our alums. We are so grateful that alums of different generations were willing to share their Fulbright journey with us and you. I want to thank them for their invested time and energy. All these stories highlight the life-changing impact the Fulbright program has. The stories our alums present will inspire the next generations of Fulbrighters to start their adventure. We want to continue this project to ensure that the individual Fulbright experiences are available to the public and will not be forgotten. This endeavor would not be possible without our wonderful partners, the Audiovisual Archive, and I want to thank them for their dedication. Now join us in remembering the Fulbright experience.
Aufgewachsen bin ich in Stockerau und wusste eigentlich, seit ich Teenager war, ich will raus, ich will ganz weit weg. Das ist mir alles viel zu wenig. Ich muss erstens in eine große Stadt und ich will zweitens aus Österreich auch wieder raus.
Also das habe ich immer früher bei früheren Anlässen auf einem niedereren Reflexionsniveau gesagt, dass man eigentlich sein eigenes Land nur versteht, wenn man es von außen sieht.
Und damals war das so, wir haben gerade studiert und wenn man unten in das Hauptgebäude hineingegangen ist, das sind so große Marmorsäulen und auf diesen Marmorsäulen waren immer Plakate vom Wissenschaftsministerium mit Stipendien in den verschiedenen Ländern, für die man sich bewerben konnte. Da bin ich immer gestanden und habe geschaut, welche Stipendien gibt es und wohin könnte ich mich bewerben. Ich möchte im Ausland studieren.
Und so kam es dann auch, dass wir nachher, also ich in der Studienzeit und schon vor der Studienzeit ein Interesse hatten, vielleicht über den großen Teich, über den Atlantik nach Amerika zu schauen.
Und Amerika war natürlich, und das, was ich jetzt sage, kommt gleich relevant rüber, war immer so ein Traum, ein Sehnsuchtsland, Ort, der weit weg war.
Einer der Beweggründe, warum ich unbedingt nach Amerika wollte, war ja, dass ich mir damals gedacht habe, Amerika, die Entwicklung dort, das ist die Zukunft. Und wenn ich nach Amerika gehe, ist es wie ein Blick in die Zukunft.
Amerika war damals wirklich unerhört angesehen. Sie haben die Nazis besiegt oder geholfen. Sie haben die ERP Hilfe gegeben. Sie waren sehr ordentlich als Besatzungsmacht, waren sehr beliebt.
Ende April kommt dann ein Brief. Wir haben für Sie einen Platz an der Montclair State Teachers College für Jahr 52, 53. Und ich kann mich noch erinnern, ich habe zu meiner Mutter gesagt, Mutti, ich fahre nach Amerika. Sie war verblüfft und baff. Was willst du denn dort, war die Antwort.
Na, meine Mutter war sofort dafür, klarerweise. Und meine Tante hat auch gesagt, na klar, fährst du da.
Und da habe ich gesagt, I want to bring a piece of Austria to America and a piece of America to Austria.
Und ich bin aber dann, ohne sie zu fragen, noch vor dem Mittagessen zur Trafik gerannt, habe eine Postkarte ausgefüllt und gesagt, ich nehme an.
Und das war so märchenhaft, so absolut unmöglich, dass ich natürlich begeistert hinübergefahren bin und so kam ich nach Amerika.
Es war meine erste transatlantische Reise. Ich habe wirklich nicht gewusst, was mich dort erwartet.
Ja, also zunächst einmal, wir sind mit dem Schiff hinüber. Und dann ging es über den Atlantik. Da waren alle seekrank.
Einer hat dann gesagt, na, wie geht's denn heute deiner Constitution? Und ich habe gesagt, vorläufig noch Independent. Und das waren eben die zwei Schiffe.
Und ich erinnere mich heute noch an den ersten Ausspruch einer der Freundinnen, Kolleginnen, die dann gesagt hat, da ist die Statue of Liberty.
Das Gedicht, das am Sockel der Freiheitsstatue steht, ja, gebt mir die problembeladenen Kinder dieser Welt, ist für mich noch heute ohne Rührung nicht zu erleben.
Ja, und dann waren wir eines Tages dort und dann setzte diese unglaubliche amerikanische Gastfreundschaft ein. Ja?
Das war ein Erlebnis, wie ich es noch nie erlebt habe, diese Hospitality, diese Offenheit.
Und was mich auch so gefreut hat, ist, dass jeder gelächelt hat. In Wien sind die Leute eher ein bisschen grantig. Aber dort, wenn man jemanden gesehen hat, man gelächelt hat, gesagt Hi und der Tag war gerettet, schon war es wieder schön.
Es ist wirklich alles doppelt so groß wie zu Hause. Die Erdbeeren, die Autos, die Straßen und die Eichkatzeln.
Was eben sehr schön war, war die selbstverständliche Aufnahme in den Lehrkörper und in den Studentenkörper.
Also zunächst einmal gab es ein Willkommensfest. Hier gab es nie ein Willkommensfest oder ein Abschiedsfest.
Man hat sich den Studenten wirklich gewidmet. Bei uns war doch das so, die Hörsäle ansteigen, der Professor saß dort und las aus den Büchern, also aus dem Skriptum. Das war's schon. Er hat wirklich eine Vorlesung gehalten, wie im Mittelalter.
Also da hat man plötzlich gemerkt, da kommt man in eine ganz andere Welt hinein und man muss immer seine Karten offenlegen.
Es war wirklich überraschend für mich, dass man sich dort hinsetzt. Es sind ja ganz kleine Seminare, pro Seminar würde das Äquivalent hier an der Uni sein, wo sehr wenige Studenten drinnen sitzen, wo wirkliche Diskussionen stattfinden und wirkliche Diskussionen mit den Professoren, wo man das Gefühl hat, sie wollen etwas von mir erfahren und sie wollen nicht nur ihre Erfahrung weitergeben, sondern sie wollen auch von ihren Studenten was mitnehmen. Das habe ich hier an der Uni nie gehabt, dieses Gefühl.
Immer nur frontal. Es gab keinerlei Kommunikation.
Bei Brandeis University, wo ich also war, in Boston, ist so ein bisschen eine hügelige Landschaft. Ich meine, wir haben im Sommer selbstverständlich die Lehrveranstaltungen draußen auf der Wiese gehalten.
Diese Professoren waren eben vollkommen lebendig, haben uns immer ins Gespräch eingebunden.
Und dort war vom ersten Tag an das Gefühl, ich kann mich einbringen. Das ist eigentlich etwas, mit dem sich jeder beschäftigen kann. Da ist jetzt niemand im Besitz des Wissens und der andere nicht, sondern das ist ein Weg, den man gemeinsam geht.
Man lernt selbst, sich erstens eine Meinung zu bilden, diese Meinung nach außen zu vertreten, darüber zu reden, zu diskutieren.
Da habe ich gemerkt, was Demokratie ist.
So wie uns dort das Recht nahegebracht wurde, als etwas, was menschengerecht ist, was der Mensch gestalten kann. Nicht etwas Abstraktes, das man jetzt irgendwie deduziert aus irgendwelchen Sätzen oder so, sondern wo man bei dem Problem in der Gesellschaft ansetzt.
Und der Professor und der Student, die haben sich ja auch gekannt. Die haben sich auch am Campus getroffen. Die haben auch miteinander gegessen. Der Professor hat die Studenten zu sich eingeladen.
Dass man ein Open House bei einem Professor hatte, das war ja auch außergewöhnlich, nicht? Konnte man hinkommen und hat geplaudert.
Und es war ganz egal, wer war. Arm oder reich, mit Stipendium oder eigenem Geld. Man war ein Mensch und es hat funktioniert.
Ich sage immer, I was studying America im globalen Sinn, durch Erfahrung, durch Erleben.
Ich glaube schon, dass wir insgesamt da von Amerika viel profitiert haben, von dieser Art. Weil es waren ja viele drüben, die zurückgekommen sind und was mitgebracht haben.
Die Frage in Österreich ist immer, can I do that? Am I allowed to do that? In Amerika ist es, why can't I do that?
Der Aufenthalt in Amerika hat natürlich meine Persönlichkeit verändert.
Wenn man jetzt zurückblickt, war es das Tor in eine neue Welt.
Jetzt kam ich dann zurück und da war ich einerseits ein Österreicher und andererseits ein Amerikaner.
Ich habe dann oft so das Sprüchel gepflogen, ich habe einen Cultural Shock erlebt, wie ich von Amerika wieder zurückgekommen bin 1966.
Das Wesentliche war für mich eine neue Weltschau. Ich hatte ja vieles, obwohl es nur die USA waren, aber ich hatte ja vieles gesehen in den Vereinigten Staaten von Menschen, die aus verschiedenen anderen Ländern zugewandert waren und daher auch mein Kontakt zu diesen Kulturen sich öffneten.
Lebensbestimmend war, dass ich eine andere Kultur gelernt habe,
und bin eigentlich, muss sagen, eine Weltbürgerin geworden.
Man muss die Scheuklappen wegtun und schauen, was andere Länder zu bieten haben und andere Kulturen und nach Möglichkeit das auch weiter sagen. Also insofern.
Das, was Amerika bedeutet hat, ist im Gehirn und ist im Herzen.
Die Auseinandersetzung ist das Entscheidende. Und das zu ermöglichen, war eben für uns damals über das Fulbright-Programm möglich.
In den 30er-Jahren gab es die wussten, wie es anders auch geht, ja, und die es nicht wussten. Und die wussten, wie es anders auch geht, die waren im Ausland. Ja. Das war damals nicht viele.
Ich glaube, dass das Fulbright-Programm für alle Leute, die durch das Programm gegangen sind, aber auch für die anderen, die nicht durch das Land gegangen sind, das Muster war, dass akademische Mobilität und Austausch wichtig und sinnvoll ist.
Also für mich war dieses Jahr schon ganz entscheidend. Also das hat mein Leben geprägt, in jeder Hinsicht. Auch meine Freude an der Juristerei verstärkt, ich würde fast sagen begründet.
Ich glaube, ohne Fulbright wäre ich ein völlig anderer Mensch geworden, als was ich heute bin.
Es hat mir alles gebracht, privat und beruflich. Also ich wäre nicht da, wo ich bin, hätte ich das Fulbright-Stipendium nicht gemacht. Es hat mir einen anderen Horizont gegeben. Es hat mir extrem viele Kontakte gegeben. Mein Berufsleben war ab damals geprägt von meinem Studium in Amerika, ab dem ersten Tag an.
Dass der Schritt in den diplomatischen Dienst der richtige ist. Das hat dieses Jahr in Amerika bewirkt.
Es gibt viele persönliche Lebensläufe, mit denen man manchmal in Berührung kommt, von Leuten, die auch Fulbrighters waren und drüben waren in Amerika. Und die haben allesamt ein anderes Weltbild als die Normalösterreicher.
Das waren ja die großen Leistungen der amerikanischen Außenpolitik. Der Marshallplan und das Fulbright-Programm. Dass man das nämlich auf beiden, der Marshallplan wirtschaftlich und, wenn man will, menschlich, politisch, das Fulbright-Programm.
Thank you for sharing your experience with us. Now it's time for music performed by Erin Marks, a former US teaching assistant.
Hi, I'm Erin Marks. I'm a USTA alum from 2013 to 2015. Today I will be singing Von ewiger Liebe by Brahms, a story of true love and something truly to be thankful for. So I wish you a happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you, Erin, for the wonderful music and sharing your talent with us. A key ingredient of a wonderful Thanksgiving is good food. Join the members of our alum community as they share Thanksgiving-themed recipes with you.
Hello! Welcome to Fulbright Thanksgiving Cooking. My name is Stephanie Dupre. I am a second-year United States teaching assistant. I am placed at the Pädagogische Hochschule Niederösterreich, so I help future primary school teachers of Austria find ways to teach English to their future students. So that is my role with Fulbright. And today we are going to make a pecan pie. And I have traversed all of Austria and all of the Austrian grocery markets in order to find all of these ingredients for us to use today. So here we go. The first thing we're gonna talk about is the pie crust. That is, what is this? Puff pastry? It is puff pastry. You can get this at any store. This is from Spar. You can also get them at Billa or Hofe. And they are mostly used for making really delicious Austrian pastries. But we're gonna be using it to make a really delicious crust because they do not have pre-made crusts here in Austria, much to my distress. I'm used to walking in and being like, the Betty Crocker pre-made crust. I'll take that, thank you very much, Kroger. Nein, 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 nicht hier. So this is what it's not as good as like a graham cracker crust, but it's still pretty good because it's basically just a croissant crust, you know, can't complain. So that's gonna be our crust. We're gonna be using 2 of those. The first thing we're gonna do for mixing is put all of the juicy goodness that's gonna be the filling into this bowl. I already have the oven preheating. It's supposed to be preheated to 350, which is about 175 when you are working with centigrade, Celsius, centigrade? I cannot remember which one it is. What is the term? I don't know. Maybe it's both. So it's at 175, getting ready for this delicious pie to go in. So first we're gonna do 3 eggs. They're supposed to be lightly beaten into submission. So we're not supposed to fully like take them out. We're just supposed to lightly beat them. So I will do that. So I am from Colorado. I grew up in Denver and I did my undergraduate degree at the University of Notre Dame. Go Irish. And then I taught high school in Southern California, and then went back and got my master's in music, in voice at the University of California at Los Angeles, UCLA, or UCLA to people who are driving down the 10 and see the sign. And so that's been my journey here to working with Fulbright. All right, now we're gonna beat these eggs lightly. So just to get to know each other. All right, and there they go. All right, there are the eggs. Now we're supposed to have corn syrup. I'm pretty sure corn syrup is nowhere outside of the United States, but we're gonna use this. It's corn oil. You can also use just general vegetable oil, canola oil. And also we don't have like cups here, and this is an American recipe. So this is my makeshift cup. It sort of looks like a cup to me. So it's what I use for cooking. Since I did study music, I am a musician. My instrument of choice is my bass. So I'm an opera singer. I make very loud noises with my face. And it took me a very long time to learn how to make those noises. So here we go. Does that look like a cup to you? Is it? Oh, works for me. All right. Brown sugar. Oh, this is the best part. All right. This is good stuff. This is stuff that makes it taste so good. This is only half full because I did this entire exercise once already. and it was a disaster. And when I say it was a disaster, I mean, I thrive on like looking like a fool and turning it into a joke. But it was such a disaster that even I was like, we are not showing this footage. There will be no footage of the first time I did this. So that's why there's only half a bag of brown sugar left. So that is gonna go in. Once again, I'm eyeballing a cup on this. Butter. That's what we're gonna do next. Oh darn, I didn't heat. We might have to take some time. We gotta melt this butter. Whoopsie daisy. Okay. Fear not. Yeah, that's good. How much butter? Oh, 1/3 of a cup. So this gets even more frustrating because it's like, I don't know what a cup is. I definitely don't know what 1/3 of a cup is. So we are going to, once again, eyeball this. Luckily I've done this once before, so I sort of know what 1/3 of a cup is. Sort of. Does that look like 1/3 of a cup? Well, it is today. I'm gonna take a little off here. It's fine, I wash my hands. I do a lot of that lately. So we're gonna melt that guy. I'm gonna wash my hands right now, actually. Seems like a good idea. All right, we got some salt. Salz. In zu Hause. Salz in the house. I'm taking more German classes now because you have to take a certain amount of German in order to get into the Fulbright program. And then usually when you get here, everybody takes like fancy pants German, and then people are like, I'm gonna take Japanese. I'm gonna take Greek. And I'm like, I'm just gonna keep working on that German. But my German teacher here, whenever she has to play like we're waiting for the butter, so this is relevant, I can kill time. Whenever she's like, has to play like a recording for us, she's always like, DJ Anita in the house. It's delightful, because she is also a very good teacher. We have got 1/2 teaspoon of salt. A teaspoon is itty bitty, and we're supposed to have half of it. I'm executive deciding that that is 1/2 teaspoon. So that's gonna go there. And then an entire teaspoon of vanilla. This is the golden goose. This is the most important thing you can have when you are baking. If you are coming here from America and you're like, oh, I'm gonna live in Österreich. What should I bring with me? This and ibuprofen, but mostly this, because it is very hard to find. And the only like vanilla that I found here was way too expensive, and it was like sriracha flavored. It was tragic. So I'm very grateful for this. Sometimes they sell it at Bobby's, which is like the America store. And then also if you have a friend who works for the UN, they can get it in the commissary. So that's sweet hookups. Thanks, Rachel. To get vanilla, where the magic happens. I don't know why the Austrians don't have vanilla. Fix this, Austria. Get on this train. You do a lot of things right, but this could be better. You can, well, that's a lot of vanilla. It's gonna be delicious. Yep. Our butter's doing pretty good here. Pretty good butter. Nice and melty. Oh my God, what am I doing? Darn it. Okay, I literally test drove this entire thing because I'm a mess. And then I was like, I'm gonna do it again and I'm gonna do it better. Maybe I won't. Maybe it'll be just as much of a mess as last time. I'll be right back. Okay. That's fine. Who's gonna see me? No one. You know why? Because we are locked down. So nobody sees me. I have one friend who I am allowed legally by the government to be my friend during lockdown. And she sees me because we go on runs together. But other than that, ain't nobody gonna see me, so I'm not really worried about this. Except all of you are gonna see me. Oops. All right, this butter's getting there. Very good, very good. What else we got? What else can we throw in this guy? That's, while we're waiting for this butter, I am going to, take that a little lower. Ready the pan. By the way, is anybody else watching The Crown right now? It's so good. Every shot is like a painting. I love it. I love art with intention, like really good intention. Notably, this will not be art because I am generally very bad at intention with cooking, as you can see from the way that oh my gosh, don't judge me. You don't have to eat it, don't judge me. No one will eat it because I'll be here by myself in lockdown with an entire pecan pie. Not a great idea. Or it's a great idea. Joining the baking train, joining the baking train. Everybody bakes food in lockdown, joining the baking train. Just a little bit of America for you. A little American culture I'm bringing to you. Beep, 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 beep. I'm going to bake a pecan pie. Classic spiritual, this little light of mine. Yep. You might notice, patience is not one of my virtues. I'm gonna pecan pie, making a pecan pie. This is my pecan pie. I'm gonna give it a try. This is my pecan pie. Making it really fly. That was terrible. That was a bad line. 'Cause I'm making a pecan pie for Thanksgiving by myself. Last year Fulbright had this wonderful big meal. And actually, so I studied music and I sang at Fulbright Thanksgiving last year. It was very fun. And they had Fulbrighters who were both Austrian and Americans who stuck around Austria. So you had all of these generations of people who have done or participated in the Fulbright program. And everybody was sitting with everybody else and it was very cool. Aber nicht jetzt. It's not gonna happen. Not now. Oh my gosh, this is actually, I did this once before and it was slightly tragic. This one is not so bad. Pleased. But look at this beautiful, caramely, like, that's what you want. Yes! This is what I want. So rarely does that happen when I'm cooking. Most of my cooking consists of chopping up vegetables and putting them in a pot with rice or quinoa. That is what I do to cook. There's like a piece, what are you? What is this? I think it's butter. Oh well. All right, now we're gonna hook up this crust. All right, so this is actually pleasing to me. I am pleased with you. It's gonna hang out over here. Gonna move all of this. And yeah, this, I had to take out the bad pecan pie that I made here. That was really bad. And then wash it. Now we're gonna try it again. I also only used one of these last time and it did not go far enough. Oh, by the way, we don't have pie pans here. I don't know why. I haven't found them. Someone probably find them. Probably get them on Amazon. Shop local. So this is a quiche holder. Apparently, quiches really like this. So I bought a quiche pan, but I'm gonna use it for my pecan pie. So. Okay. Before anybody's like, oh my God, Steph, it's so cute that you're singing when you bake. Most opera singers are bakers, and most opera singers are much better than me at baking. So they can go do this. All right, I'm gonna have my little Bob Ross moment. It's a happy little crust. What a happy little crust. This is so much better than the crust that I used last time. Actually, maybe I don't need to when I do this. Oh, it's on me again. Oh, look, it's all, whatever. I don't care. I'm in lockdown and no one will see me. Nothing matters. All right, I'm actually gonna, maybe we can pull this off with only one of these puff pastries, puff pastry, puff pastry. No, I'm gonna do two. You can never have too much puff pastry. Night. So we are online. My Fulbright placement. It's the Pädagogische Hochschule, which means like pedagogical university. That's like rough translation. So here we call it a PH. It's PH, PH. And so because of the pandemic, we started online. So whereas my colleagues had to very quickly go online, either 2 weeks ago or this week, I have been doing online work with the PH since I arrived in September. So I have been working with these wonderful university professors. The women that I work with are really stellar. They all studied English abroad and now are redesigning the way that English is taught in Austrian primary schools. And it's very cool because I'm watching them sort of teach the first generation of Austrians who will go out and use this method of language education. It's called CLIL, Content Language Integrated Learning. And it's basically teaching math, biology, history, geography, gym, music in English while you are teaching it as a normal subject in primary school. So it is really cool to talk about it because it's going to be rolled out as part of the official Austrian curriculum, if not this year, then the next. And the students that I'm working with right now will be the first generation of Austrian teachers to go into classrooms and to teach this way, where they are using English in the classroom. So instead of it being like, this is our English hour, it's like every hour is English hour, and different ways to integrate vocabulary and words and phrases so that students experience English as a natural part of their lives, which I think is very cool and very exciting. It's very fun to be a part of that. So I'm grateful for that and to see how it works. So maybe in 5 years we will know how good this is. And then hopefully if it's successful and people really see that early learners are taking to English in this sort of like quasi-bilingual setting, maybe we can even bring it to the United States. That would be really exciting. To be seen. All right, now we're gonna bring this delicious, juicy caramely middle. And we're gonna put it in this pie. Wish me luck. Oh my gosh, this is so much better than last time I did it. Oh, I'm really glad we used two. That was clutch. Good job, Steph. Way to anticipate future problems and critically think about how to solve them. So even though we got a lot of juicy middle here. All right. This is wonderful. I'm so pleased. Good job, me. I think we're allowed to do that, especially when we're in lockdown. If you don't have people around you affirming you, sometimes you just need to affirm yourself. We have treat yourself. This is affirm yourself. Good job on your pecan pie, Steph. That is not terrible. It's a very low bar. So this is the fun part. I'm gonna put pecans all over my pecan pie. I'm gonna put pecans all over the pecan pie. Bloop, 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 bloop. Bloop, 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 bloop. And these are actually delicious because when it bakes, and then the pecans get all like cooked and stuff, They're like soft. It's like the chestnuts that they roast on open fires here in Austria. And then you eat them and they're just so soft. All right, well, here we go. So this is our beautiful pecan pie. I'm so pleased. This went so much better the second time. Cheers to try to like giving things a test run. Because I was like, oh, I'll be fine. I'll just do it and I'll film it. No. I accidentally, the way I was filming, I backed myself into a corner literally, and then I needed a fork and I had to break down the entire filming apparatus in order to get a fork. And I was like, Steph, plan ahead. So here we go. This is going to go in the oven, which I preheated, anticipating future needs. So we're gonna put this in here. La, 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 la. Oh my gosh, don't touch the fries, Steph, you're gonna burn yourself. Okay, and then in like 35 to 45 minutes, that sucker's gonna come out. And I'll, stay tuned. So our pie is almost done, and when I say our pie, I mean my pie. But before I take it out, I want to speak to something. I watched the footage in between of what I have done and now this, and I was shocked at how I look because I have gained a lot of weight over this lockdown. And when I say lockdown, I mean like since March. And I look at myself and I go, Steph, that's not you. Like it's shocking and frustrating. And if I notice it, then I know all my friends who know me are also noticing it. And it's really hard. And I don't know what that is for you during this lockdown. Like the thing that you worked really hard for that fell apart. Like maybe that's your job or your career or your relationship. I've seen a couple of those end after this lockdown or last lockdown, so at some point. And whatever the thing is that you have lost control of because the world fell apart, I think it's okay to be like, we didn't plan this. This was not an intention. Like I worked really hard to be really fit for a really long time. And it's very disappointing to look at myself and be like, Steph, a lot of that work is gone. But I think for a lot of us, a lot of the work is gone. Like a lot of the things that we put time and energy and devotion into have slipped or fallen backwards or crumbled completely. So in the spirit of that, when I take this pie out, I just want to invite you to be like, it's Thanksgiving. It's the part of the year when most Americans get together with family. Probably not happening this year, but it's an opportunity when everybody takes stock of the year and goes like, this is where we've been blessed, and this is where things haven't gone so great. But it's sort of a moment when everybody gets together and says like, this is what's going on. And this year it's a mess. Like this is what's going on. This is what's going on. And if I can forgive myself for having a summer full of grief and my career changing and losing a family member, if I can look at that and say like, we're gonna pick up, I invite you to do the same. Something will pick up, something will build and be rebuilt. That I think is an important thing to keep in mind. Now let me get this pie. And let me look at myself and say, Steph, you know what? You are a beautiful woman and you are gonna be back to where you were a year and a half ago. You're gonna get back there. And I want you to look at yourself and be like, hey, me, whatever the thing is that has completely fallen apart during this time, we're gonna get back to where we were and more. Because we have to, especially if you're part of the Fulbright community. You don't back down. I've met you. All right, pie time. Oh my goodness gracious. Well, ladies and gentlemen, kidding, I'm gonna put this in focus. Oh, Steph, you have a degree in film. Get your together. All right, we're gonna start. Let's go. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. It is our beautiful pecan pie. I'm actually quite pleased. That looks really good. Well done, Steph. So after giving a speech about gaining weight, I'm going to eat this pecan pie by myself. Well, happy Thanksgiving, one and all, to the Fulbright community, and I hope everybody finds a way to take stock of the year and be gentle with themselves.
Ein besonderer Dank gilt heute allen privaten und institutionellen Spenderinnen und Spendern, die durch ihre großzügige finanzielle Unterstützung dazu beitragen, dass so viele junge Menschen mit ihren Auslandsaufenthalten den Fulbright-Gedanken des gegenseitigen Verständnisses und des Voneinanderlernens in die Welt hinaustragen können.
And so, once again, I really want to salute all the Fulbrighters, 70 plus years worth of you, for your incredible accomplishments and achievements, and for participating in this cherished program that we all feel so good and so proud about. I wish you all the very best, a very happy Thanksgiving. Unfortunately, due to COVID, we cannot be together in person, but I know this community will soon be back together and that we will have much to talk about and to celebrate.
In closing, I want to thank all who made this virtual Thanksgiving possible, whether behind the scenes or in the video messages. Thank you. I also want to thank and extend a special thank to all donors for supporting the next generation of Fulbrighters. We could not do this without you. On this Giving Tuesday, I wish you all happy Thanksgiving, full of thanks.